Talk a little bit about Kyle Rode, the 6'7" freshman who Coach McKay gave almost 20 minutes a game to this season. Do you think he can fill some of those minutes and some of that production that we talked about with James and Holmesley that might be lost for the next 3 seasons for the Flames?
I think so. And McKay, even this year, said he thinks Kyle Rode has the opportunity to be one of the greatest to put on a Liberty uniform when it's all said and done. He's a really talented 6'7" freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, was the city's all-time leading scorer when he graduated from there. And you think of, Lexington, Kentucky, that has been some of the most fertile recruiting territory for high major programs, mid majors throughout the years. He's got that it factor. McKay has also referred to him like the team's version of Tim Tebow, an emotional leader. He had some really good games early in his freshman year. He was the MVP of the Bahamas tournament that they 3-0 in. I think he's going to be the guy who fills in a lot for that production that Caleb Holmesley had.
Can we expect a similar jump from guard Darius McGee, who put up almost 10 points a game for you guys as a sophomore this past season? But do you think he's one of those players that can make a nice jump during his junior year?
Oh, absolutely. And he got more minutes as a sophomore because he did start every game. And he's, for a guy who's 5'9" with a 49-inch vertical, he's dynamic in the open court. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is he has a green light whenever they cross midcourt. He can shoot it from wherever. He's a guy who I think can be one of the top players in the ASUN Conference.
The history of talented players finding their way to Lynchburg. We mentioned Seth Curry, among others. What can the nation expect from Liberty next season? Look into that crystal ball a little bit, Damien, with the efficient shooting numbers coupled with the lockdown pack defense. Is that going to equate to success for the Flames?
I think what Liberty's going to have its back pocket is the brand new Liberty Arena that's going to be finished before the season. It's a $65 million palace that they're building right next to the Vine Center, and it's going to be the home for Liberty basketball. It's going to have all the bells and whistles that you want, and that's going to be a big recruiting tool for Liberty moving forward. You're bringing in the highest rated recruit in program history in Isaiah Warfield, or even rated higher than Kyle Rode. He's a guy who's going to be a lockdown perimeter defender and a guy that you're probably going to want the ball in his hands late in the game because of his sure decision making. Then you add in pieces like Drake Dobbs, Jonathan Jackson. If that name sounds familiar, he's the younger brother of Justin Jackson, who was the ACC Player of the Year at UNC and is currently playing in the NBA. And they are adding some post depth this season with Micaiah B coming in. He's going to probably similar to Scotty James in the back to the basket mentality. They have the pieces in place to really be a successful program moving forward. And when you look at what McKay's done recruiting, you mentioned the other programs like San Diego State, Belmont, even with, Casey Alexander coming in, Mark Few and Gonzaga. I think what McKay has done at Liberty is he wants to build the sustained success through the recruiting. And I think Liberty can become the East Coast version of Gonzaga. And that's something that, they can look forward to in the future.